technologies alone will not solve our training and education challenges. Only when consistently paired with learning science will we realize these benefits of the advanced systems.
We must design in fail-safe education environments, not a zero defect one, because I think that closes down human creativity, aspiration and intent. So we need to, as we develop education opportunities through tech, ensure that that is the architecture, or at least the pedagogy that we're going for. Support, protect and enhance our critical vulnerability in education, which is actually our high demand, high value, low density educators. They are a much put upon breed, and we need to do better. I think we must design tech solutions that not only enhance the students' outcomes, but also de-scope, de-risk, and breathe new life into those who are responsible for delivering intellectual edge, because without it, we will lose.
Utilizing learning technologies available is one of the solutions. In that sense, learning from and exchanging information with our multilateral partners is a key issue and extremely important. Ever-changing learning methods in the schooling system should be kept under close eye as we adjust our own military system.
Our biggest challenge with our current training infrastructure is interoperability. We've heard the visions of where we are for a live, virtual, and constructive training environment where everybody can plug into it, everybody get the training that they need to. Right now, that's episodic at best from an environmental standpoint. Because what's hampering that vision mostly is the legacy infrastructure that is as far away from interoperable as possible. The amount of gateways that you have to translate each training device into a common training architecture or environment is a waste of our resources. Part of that comes with open architecture systems and open OSs that will enable future advancements and future integration. And I know many of my colleagues up here at the tables up front have touched on the interoperability, especially when you're looking at a resource-constrained environment. You know, from a U.S. side, we don't do a good job on budget stability, on giving industry a clear path that we can fund over time to allow that spiral development, especially with some of the budget upheavals that we've seen in the late. But right now we've got some policy challenges as it relates to interoperability from an international sense. And that's from an IT perspective, it's from a security classification perspective as well. And how do we overcome those in a training environment in order to meet mission requirements? It does us no good to field a US-only system, knowing as we go in to handle crises around the world, we're going to do so in a partnership way.
Both training and education in a military context are means to a specific end, so I think it's important to focus on the ends here. And after conducting training and education, you are supposed to be able to perform some kind of specific task or fulfill a specific mission. But to be able to do this, you need to train very close to real-life training and live exercise. But both of those are quite expensive. So in order to free resources for this, there are some areas, and I will touch on two. One is using simulators and serious gaming with a robust and comprehensive learning infrastructure.
important for nations to expose personnel to multinational environments, both in training and exercise activities, and that will ease the culture shock and will allow for greater understanding and interoperability over the long horizon.
When you confiscate their technology and they show up at the door and understand that the millennials that are coming in, that's part of their social fabric, is their connectivity. When I was Marine Commander in Afghanistan, the number one MWR morale issue was Wi-Fi connectivity. Because if they had Wi-Fi connectivity, they could connect back to their families and friends, their social support network at home. So we've got to be able to tailor our training pipelines to the speed of the individual learning capacity, I think. This generation is used to being able to perceive and learn at an individual pace, not at a group pace.